Same-day Suboxone treatment. Various addictions have been increasingly problematic in recent years. May it be illegal substances, prescription painkillers, or alcohol. Addiction has been a thorn in the side of many people. Out of all addictions, opioid addiction is one of the hardest ones to kick. While many treatment options are available, not all are easily accessible or affordable. While many people want to turn their life around, they can't because they can't afford it or don't have the time to do so. Many people relapse because they can't find the help they need when they need it. But what if there was a way to get same-day Suboxone treatment? What if you didn't have to wait weeks or even months to get help? What if there was a more convenient way to ditch the muscle aches, withdrawal symptoms, and cravings for opioids? What if you could get the treatment you need right when you need it? It turns out that there is a way. In this video, we will discuss how you can find same-day Suboxone treatment. It is pretty challenging to look for emergency addiction treatment, unlike other medical emergencies, where you can go to the nearest hospital. For opioid dependence, you need to find a facility that offers detoxification, rehabilitation, and/or maintenance services. And while there are many of these facilities, they are not always easy to find, especially if you're in the middle of an addiction crisis. One way to find same-day Suboxone treatment is to call a helpline. These helplines with addiction counselors can help you find a treatment facility that offers same-day services. They can easily connect you with the right people and resources, and even help you make arrangements for transportation if needed. Moreover, many telehealth clinics offer same-day Suboxone treatment options. These online addiction medicine doctors are legitimate and can help you get the treatment you need right when you need it. Because they are online, they are more accessible and affordable than in-person clinics. However, carefully accessing these services is still crucial to ensure you work with a reputable provider. Not everyone can afford Suboxone treatment out of pocket. If this is the case, there's no need to worry. Many insurances cover Suboxone treatment, but there are a few things that you need to know before you start your treatment. You need to check if your insurance covers addiction treatment. Some insurances only cover inpatient treatment, while others may also cover outpatient treatment. If you're unsure, you can always ask your insurance provider. Furthermore, finding a treatment facility that accepts your insurance would be best. It is usually not a problem, because most reputable treatment facilities accept major insurance. However, calling and confirming before you start your treatment is essential. The feeling of finally getting help for your opioid dependence can be overwhelming. And while it is an essential first step, you must also ensure a solid aftercare plan. Addiction problem is not just in the act of using, but also in the follow-up care. Emergency room doctors are not helping because they do not specialize in opioid addiction medicine. They are not equipped to deal with the complexity of addiction, and often lack the resources and knowledge to provide proper treatment. Prescription of Suboxone requires special certification, which most ER doctors do not have. In addition, ER doctors are not helping because they are not always able to follow up with their patients. Addiction is a chronic disease, and most ER doctors do not have the time or the resources to provide long-term care. Dealing with these patients requires medication-assisted treatment by an addiction medicine specialist with proper training or an addiction counselor that can provide guidance and support. Regarding ER doctors not helping with addiction, the problem lies in the follow-up care. Follow-up care and continued treatment are essential for addiction recovery, but most ER doctors cannot provide them. They are not obliged to, and often lack the resources and knowledge to do so. However, let's say they have the resources and expertise, they still are not certified as a prescriber of Suboxone. Therefore, they cannot sustainably provide the long-term follow-up care required for addiction recovery. Although in-person clinics are the best and most ideal option for opioid addiction treatment, they are not always accessible or affordable for everyone. Location, transportation, and cost can all be barriers to treatment. Telehealth clinics, on the other hand, offer the same quality of care as in-person clinics, but they are more convenient and accessible. Here are some of the benefits of choosing a telehealth clinic. Access care from anywhere in the world. You do not have to worry about transportation or childcare. Get care at a time convenient for you. Get care from the comfort of your own home. However, there may also be some drawbacks to using a telehealth clinic. For example, your doctor cannot monitor you as closely as they can in an in-person setting. In addition, There may be some delays in getting care if the clinic is in a different time zone. Not to mention, you will need to have a reliable internet connection to access care. So when considering a telehealth clinic, weigh the pros and cons before deciding. Online addiction medicine doctors are just as legitimate as in-person addiction medicine doctors. The only difference is that they provide care through a computer or mobile device instead of in person. These providers are licensed and certified to provide addiction treatment, and they can prescribe medication if necessary. Furthermore, online addiction medicine doctors can provide the same level of care as in-person providers. They can offer individualized treatment plans, medication management, and counseling services. In addition, they can also provide referrals to other resources if necessary. So if you are considering an online addiction medicine doctor, rest assured you will get quality care. But still, be very careful when choosing an online addiction medicine doctor. Although there are many legitimate providers, there are also some who are not. It still depends on how you do your research, and ensure to choose a reputable provider. There are many ways to access Suboxone quickly. In a situation where the risk of overdose is extremely high, every second counts. One way is to go to an urgent care center or an emergency room. However, most ER doctors are not equipped to deal with addiction. So if you go to an ER, ensure to ask for an addiction medicine specialist that can provide you with the care you need. Another way is to use a telehealth clinic. Telehealth clinics are very convenient because you can access care from anywhere in the world. Most telehealth clinics offer same-day or next-day appointments. So if you need to get Suboxone fast, a telehealth clinic is the way. If you are looking for same-day Suboxone treatment, many options are available. You can visit an urgent care center, an emergency room, or a telehealth clinic. Just make sure to do your research and choose a reputable provider. You can finally start on the road to recovery with the proper treatment. And of course, no matter how fast you get treatment, always remember that recovery is a lifelong journey. So take it one day at a time, and never give up on yourself. If you or someone you love is struggling with opioid use disorder, seeking help as soon as possible is crucial. The number of overdose deaths all over the country should be enough to get you started now. With proper treatment, recovery is possible. And on the other side of recovery is a life you can imagine living. A life without opioids. A life full of hope and possibility. At SuboxoneDoctor.com, we are willing to help you get there. We offer same-day appointments, and our providers are equipped to deal with addiction. We can instantly connect you with our trusted network of top-rated Suboxone doctors. Dial 1-888-225-4440 or visit our website for more information. The path to recovery is not always easy. It may be full of challenges, but it is worth it. So do not give up on yourself. Reach out to us. We are here to help you every step of the way.